All right. Okay, so now we're going to do an example of modeling. So in this example, we have three non-collinear points. So non-collinear means that they're not in a straight line, okay? So it makes things more complicated, right? If there were points in a straight line, it'd be easy, okay? So there are three non-collinear points, and here they are. 4, 2, 1, -1, and -1, 7. Now, we want to find y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. We want to find a relationship, a quadratic relationship that defines the parabola that goes through these 3 points. Okay? So, how are we going to do this? Well, what we're going to do is we're going to plug in each of these points for x and y and come up with a system of equations. So if I plug in 4 and 2 into this, right, so I get 2 equals a, so 4 is 16, so this is going to be 16 plus b times 4 plus c. And that's going to give me what? That's going to give me 16a plus 4b plus c is equal to 2. So that's my first equation. Now if I put in the second point, I'll get another equation. So that's going to give me -1 equals a, and then 1 squared is 1, plus b times 1 plus c. And so that's going to give me what? A plus b plus c is equal to -1. And then finally, if I put in -1, 7, I get, again, -1 squared is +1, plus b times -1 plus c. And so now my third equation is going to be a minus b plus c is equal to 7. So now I've got my system of 3 equations with 3 unknowns. And so now I'm going to solve for each one of them. So let me write this. So ax squared plus bx plus c. Okay, so now I just got to find what a, b, and c are. Okay, now if I add these 2 equations, I get what? If I add these 2 equations, I get 2a, the b's cancel, right? Plus 2c is equal to 6. Okay? Now, if I take if I take 4 times the third one and add it to the first one, what do I get? So if I take 4 times the first one, so that gives me 4, 4, 4, and 28, right? So if I add these together, I'm going to get what? Add these, I'm going to get 20a. The b's are going to cancel out. I get 5c. And I get 30. All right? So now let me put this back where it was. This was a minus b plus c, and this was 7. Right? Okay? So now I can use this to solve. So now I got my 2 equations with 2 unknowns. So now I'm going to multiply the top one by -10. Okay? And if I do that, I get -20a minus 20c is equal to negative 60. And then I got 20a plus 5c is equal to 30. And so now if I add those two, the a's go away, and I end up with negative 15c is equal to negative 30. And when I divide both sides by negative 15, I get c is equal to 2. All right, so I found one. Okay, now all I have to do is plug 2 into one of the two equations here, right? So I can plug it into this one. So if I do 2a plus 2 times 2 is equal to 6, and then I get 2a plus 4 is equal to 6, and then I get what? I subtract 4 from both sides, and I get 2a is equal to 2, and of course if I divide both sides by 2, I get a is equal to 1. Cool. So now I found a is 1, c is 2. Now all I have to do is go back to any of the three equations and plug in a and c. So I'm going to use the easy one, which is this one, right? So a is 1, right? So I'm going to do a minus b plus c is equal to 7, right? So a is 1, b is 2, right? So now I just have to solve for c, right? So this is going to be giving me negative 1. So I'm going to get negative 1 plus c is equal to 7. And if I add 1 to both sides, oops, getting ahead of myself, I get c is equal to 8. And that's my third one. So now the answer is what? The answer is y equals x squared plus 8x plus 2. And that is the equation of the parabola that goes through all 3 points. Now, the cool thing is you can verify this on your calculator by graphing this equation on your calculator, and then what you could do is use the table function on your calculator, and if you scroll down the table function, you'll see all 3 of these points. You'll have the x column and the y column, and you'll find each one of these rows where x is 4 and y is 2, x is 1 and y is negative 1, and x is negative 1 and y is 7. So make sure you do that. Again, it'd be good practice with the calculator too, to help verify that you're doing it correctly. Have a great day.